Hello, I am an international student in the UK and I landed an offer at Autodesk as an international student in the UK and I did my degree from UCLan. So the way I did it wasn't using any of these thousands of applications and minutes with AI type tools. I didn't use any auto apply. I didn't use any set it and forget it style tools. I went out there and I applied to all of the jobs that I applied to by hand. But I did use some assistance, and I actually made a program that helps me apply to as many jobs as possible while automating the hard bits, the annoying bits, but also making everything else fast. So the way I did it is using a tool called JobOps, which is this right here. I'm going to show you how it works in a second. But the fact that I can have extra details about certain things. So for example, these auto apply tools, I have data that says, based on my job search, that the LinkedIn Easy Apply, for example, doesn't work. From 99 applications, I only have a response rate of 2%, which is much worse than you would expect. But you also anecdotally just know this, right? LinkedIn Easy Applies don't go anywhere. But still, having it in data is much better, right? So Glassdoor, for example, Glassdoor gets a much better response rate. From 13 applications done, I have one response rate. Hiring Cafe, people laud Hiring Cafe, and it's easy to see why. From 50 applications, I have a response from 2 of them. Manual is the best. I can apply. I find a job description somewhere. Maybe it's an internal application or like an internal job board, for example, and I get a response back from them. That is the best that I found, which makes sense because I have a referral, or maybe I have people I know. So of course I perform best, right? So I'm going to show you how it works. So the way it works is that I can run a pipeline, which basically searches all of these job boards that I select on all of these search terms here. So if you think about it, this is now going to have all of the permutations of what you could search, and it's going to collect them in one dashboard. And you can choose your location settings, you can choose how many jobs you want, you can choose your settings, and then you can run the pipeline now. So if we do this, it's now going to search working nomads, it's going to search startup jobs, and it's going to surface these jobs. Then it's going to rank these jobs based on your experience and how relevant they are to you using AI. And because it's open source, you can use any AI you want, and you can use whatever platform you want for AI. So for example, I found 3 new jobs, right? Just like that, with 15 duplicates. So you can see that these jobs, how relevant they are to me. So this one is a 15, for example. This one is an 82, for example, right? The Grafana Labs one. And another interesting feature that you might be noticing is that I can see the sponsor status. So for example, if you look at this company can sponsor a visa in the UK. And as you might imagine, this is extremely useful to me because I was looking for a job that can sponsor a visa for me, right? So is this one, and so does this one, right? So Grafana Labs can sponsor. The jobs that are in the discovered panel are jobs that are found, but they don't have a CV yet. Whereas jobs in the ready column, they have CVs as well. So if you look at my PDF, this is my resume. The summary has been tailored for my job, the job description itself. The resume has been, the title has been, and the skills at the end, they've also been changed, right? But I don't mean for this to be automatically done for me. There are some things that maybe I don't like about this. So for example, if I don't like something, so for example, in the tailored skills section, I don't like the fact that I included Go because I don't have any Go experience. You can go in and change this. And that is true for everything. So for example, I don't have any Prometheus experience, maybe, right? I don't have any experience with stuff like this. I can go in and I can change this and I can generate a PDF. And once this PDF comes in, all of these changes have been applied. So what I mean to say is, instead of going to ChatGPT and pasting in a job description and then asking it to make a resume, and you can see that these changes have now been made here, right? So this is the kind of automation that I wanted to have for my job applications, right? I can open a job listing. You can see that I can apply here. This is a browser extension that I use for auto-filling things. Again, not auto-apply, just auto-filling, right? You fill all of this in, and once you're done, you can come here and you can mark it as applied. And based on those applications, so you can see how many applications I've done with job ops. And based on that, I can automatically generate uh, tables of the data. For example, you can see here that in early February, I was applying a lot, right? But I wasn't applying after that. So you can just see how much you're applying and what sources work best for you and what processes work best for you. You can also design your own resume. So, like the basic resume that everything is based off of. So, this is like your master resume, as you can call it. So, this is what the AI uses to score things on. But you can also provide extra instructions, for example, if you only want remote roles or if you want to favor roles that are in a specific city, or maybe you want to focus on jobs that sponsor a visa, you can increase the score of those specific things, right? You can have the AI rate that more. Another feature that I am a big fan of is the automatic tracking inbox stuff. So you can come in here and it will automatically map from your email address, from your email inbox, the jobs that you applied to. So if you think about it, instead of going through them manually, so instead of marking things as rejected or marking things as recruiter screens, you can automatically have that happen for you because it can read your emails and using AI parse that into what job it was. And this kind of using AI for help and assistance as opposed to using AI for complete automation is the whole philosophy behind the whole thing. I think of it like an Iron Man suit for a person and not like an complete auto apply. Just completely forget about it. Because at the end of the day, I think because it's you applying and it's you getting a job, I think it should be you in the driver's seat making things happen. You can also see here that the on in process board, so this was automatically done. I didn't touch any of this. All of these items came in by themselves, and all of these get moved across the board automatically based on the emails that come in. I can also manually move them, of course, but this does also happen automatically. I don't need to think about it in the slightest. If you want to try it out, JobOps is linked in the description. I host a version of the app. So I can either host it for you or you can run it for yourself on your own infrastructure. It is a Docker Compose file and you can run it on your own device with all of the features with the bring your own AI key style setup. If you want to try it out, description. See ya.